13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
A few showers already out there, kicking off what is going to be quite the cold and rainy Tuesday. I'll have all those details for you coming up.
Macon fire investigators find a possible connection in a string of fires around Eisenhower Parkway. We'll have the latest on the investigation. And right now, the future of child tax credits are up in the air, but a big payment could hit your account soon. What parents need to know this morning.
I noticed that she was coughing profusely. I could tell, like, oh crap, she's choking.
A choking customer prompted quick action from a Minnesota team member. She explains her decision to jump out a drive-through window and how it earned her some special recognition. Well, good Tuesday morning. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon. The time is now 6:31 a.m. on this December the 21st. Thank you so much for continuing to stay with us. I'm Wanye Reese. Walking out the door this morning, you're going to want to make sure you got the jacket and the hat on. But Courtney, are you going to need that umbrella because it seems like the storm shifted a little bit? That's right. Yeah, the storm Wanye's talking about, it's a low pressure system. It did move a little further south, but we are still dealing with rain this morning, and we will continue to have that possibility throughout the next several hours. So have that umbrella with you just in case. Right now, it looks like rain falling in parts of southern Houston County, parts of Crisp, Dooley, Wilcox, and Pulaski County. Got a good bit of rain. Same with Dodge and Lawrence County, so the roads will be wet there this morning. Some light showers in parts of Monroe, Crawford, Upson, and Taylor County for the start of the day. Otherwise, just a very cloudy start and very cold out there. That center of circulation right now starting to push onshore near the Tampa area, where they are expecting the potential for severe weather today. Thankfully, that is not in the cards for us. We'll simply deal with cold rain. Overall, not going to be the most beautiful Tuesday on the way, but the forecast does get better as we go through the week. 43 in Macon, still breezy, so it feels like 37. A cold morning, so yes, you will need that coat along with the umbrella. Temperatures area-wide, upper 30s and low 40s. Now, we'll stay chilly over the next few days, and then it looks like a warm-up is on the way just in time for Christmas. I'll have those details in a few minutes. Thank you, Courtney. Right now, Truland County deputies want to find the man who led them on a high-speed chase last night. Deputies say the chase ended in Lawrence County at Highway 29 and Fillingham Road. They say the man got out of the car and ran away into the woods. Deputies warn residents in the area to be alert while the search is still ongoing. This morning, we're learning a fifth house fire Sunday night in Macon could be tied to a possible string of arsons over the past week. The most recent fire happened on 3rd Street. Lieutenant Kyle Murray says there's evidence someone set all 5 fires and possibly all by one person. He would not identify the man, but says investigators believe he's homeless. Though the fires were set by a person, Murray says they're still working to determine if they'll be classified as an arson.
I've got to be able to prove criminal intent. If it is a squatter that's trying to stay out of the weather, trying to stay warm, starting a little warming fire to try to stay warm, and then it's getting out of control, the criminal intent is not necessarily there, even though they are not supposed to be inside of the property, so they are trespassing.
If you have any information, you can share tips anonymously by calling Georgia Arson Control. That number, it's 1-800-282-5804. That number again, it's 1-800-282-5804. They offer up to a $10,000 reward for helping solve a case. An autopsy scheduled for this week could reveal more about a body found in Twiggs County. Someone found the body in a ditch near Highway 96 around the Houston County line. Coroner Harold Reese says they believe the body is a 44-year-old woman from the Atlanta area. He says an autopsy will provide a positive identification of the woman. The coroner officially pronounced the woman dead Sunday evening, but believes the body had been there for up to 2 weeks. A federal judge says she plans to summon 1,000 potential jurors in the upcoming federal hate crime trial for the 3 men convicted of murdering Ahmaud Arbery. At a hearing yesterday, the judge says the potential jurors would be summoned from 43 different Georgia counties because of all the publicity surrounding the case. However, the trial will stay in Brunswick, where Arbery was killed back in 2020. Last month, jurors found Gregory and Travis McMichael and William Roddy Bryan guilty of murder in the state case. They're set to be sentenced on January the 7th. The federal hate crime case is scheduled to start in February. Tributes continue to pour in for former Georgia U.S. Senator Johnny Isakson, who died over the weekend at the age of 76. Isakson served in the U.S. Senate for nearly 15 years. In his later years, he revealed that he was battling Parkinson's disease and retired to focus on his health. Yesterday, Governor Brian Kemp spoke about how Isakson dedicated his life to public service.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. He's been a great servant, not only for our state, but for this country. He's left both of them better off and we'll continue to keep Diane and his children and grandchildren in our thoughts and prayers.
Certainly sending prayers to his family. Many are remember Isakson as a humble bipartisan giant of Georgia politics. You can read more about the legacy of Senator Isakson and local leaders' favorite memories of him. That's on our website at 13wmaz.com. Well, Georgia may be the next place Americans go to reach for the stars. The Federal Aviation Administration approved a launch site operator license for a spaceport in Camden County, that's south of Brunswick. Spaceport Camden plans to be a multi-user vertical lift commercial launch site on the Atlantic seaboard. Their plan is to go ahead and support up to 12 small vehicle launches per year. The FAA needs a more comprehensive review before any rockets can launch, though. Less than a week after Governor Brian Kemp announced a new electric car plant coming to Georgia, the Department of Education now has a plan to help staff that plant. The state unveiled a new electric vehicle career pathway to equip students with the skills to enter the electric vehicle industry. The plan is part of the state's career technical and agricultural education program. It includes electric vehicle specific coursework along with instruction in engineering, manufacturing, design, and automotive technology. The program will also work to provide early exposure to careers provided at Rivian for middle and elementary schoolers. All right, I want you to check this out with us. Georgia's Superintendent of the Year is now a finalist for National Superintendent of the Year. The Baldwin County School District announced Superintendent Maurice Price was named as one of the 4 finalists for the 2022 award. She's joined by school leaders from Florida, Arizona, and Missouri. The 2022 National Superintendent of the Year will be announced on February the 17th in Nashville. Congratulations to you again, Dr. Price. In Dublin, you'll find a new acting police chief. Dublin City Manager Joshua Powell says he appointed Keith Moon to the position as Chief Tim Chapman prepares for retirement. Powell says Chief Chapman agreed to step into the role of consultant so he could help Moon until he retires next May. The appointment is only temporary, though, since Powell is the acting city manager. The permanent city manager will eventually appoint the permanent chief of police. Today, Macon Bibb commissioners meet for the last time this year. The big agenda item approving the new lines for commission districts based on the 2020 census. Compared to 2010, Macon grew by nearly 1,800 people, with the largest amount of growth in North Macon. That area saw an economic explosion over the past decade. Now the 9 districts are redrawn, so an equal number of people are in each one. The draft of the new districts show each incumbent will stay within the proposed new lines. Mayor Lester Miller says commissioners must approve a map today or the state will draw the lines. Well, here's a reason to smile this morning. Congratulations are in order for Senator John Ossoff. He and his wife, Dr. Alicia Kramer, welcomed their first baby girl on Friday. And a tweet, Ossoff says baby Eva and mom are doing well. Time's now 6:38 a.m. Always wonderful to see some bundles of joy coming into this world. And today is definitely a day where you are going to want to bundle up if you're going outside.
That's right. Yes, it is going to be very cold today and also a little bit on the rainy side, which kind of makes it just that much worse. Oh, it's not going to be a nice day today, everybody, but our forecast will improve as we head into the next couple of days. So we really just have to get through Tuesday. Right now, you are looking at live radar. Rain starting to roll in from the south for the most part, just light rain. In parts of it looks like Bleckley County, Lawrence County, pushing into southern Houston, parts of Taylor and Macon counties as well. It looks like maybe a couple of light showers over towards Upson County. Now, I do want to bring your attention up to the north. You can see just these little speckles of gray and pink. Well, that's indicating some sleet and maybe a couple of flurries. That, of course, is up in the North Georgia mountains. The higher elevation you go, the cooler it gets. So it's definitely below freezing up there, and that is allowing for a little bit of wintry weather for the start of the day. Here at home, no winter weather expected, just cold rain, very cold rain at that, but not cold enough to change over. It's a very complicated process to get any kind of snow or sleet, and I just don't see that in our forecast. That weather lesson would take my whole 2.5 minutes within itself, so we'll talk about that another day. 41 right now in the city of Perry, north-northeast wind at 9 miles per hour, so it feels more like 36 degrees. And area-wide, it does feel a lot more like the mid to upper 30s. 37 in Macon, 37 in Warner Robins. It feels like 41 in Gordon, 37 in Eatonton, 39 in Dublin. It looks like Cochrane feels like 34, same in Montezuma. So you are going to need that coat this morning as you get ready to head out the door. And maybe the raincoat, because we also, of course, have that chance for rain, and we will continue to have a chance for rain throughout the morning as this low, which is actually bringing a tornado watch, so tornadoes are possible along parts of the Florida Peninsula near the Tampa, Florida area. That is going to continue to move off to the northeast. That wedge in control, that'll keep us cold, but also nice and stable. So we're not expecting or going to expect any kind of thunderstorm activity for the day today. Now, what is going to steer this low? Really interesting. So we have two kinds of jet streams. We have the polar jet stream, which is well to the north. This is the one we like to dip really far south. That brings in naturally that polar, very cold air. Now, the subtropical jet stream, this stays to our south. This is what is going to steer that weather system off to the northeast and then ultimately dominate our forecast as we head into the second half of the week and bring us quite the warm Christmas, unfortunately. Let's talk about what's going on for the day today, and then we'll get to Christmas. Of course, that low is going to get steered by that jet stream moving off to the northeast through the day. And as it does so, this low is going to pull in a good bit of that Gulf moisture, so that will offer us a rain chance through most of the morning. The roads are going to be wet. It's also going to be cold because, like I said, not only do we have this low to worry about, we have that wedge that's going to continue to pull in cool air while all this rain is getting pulled in. So as we head into the afternoon and evening hours, by the time you head home from work today, we'll only have the chance for maybe a couple of isolated showers. It's still going to be chilly, and then we'll stay cold as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. Rainfall total wise, we could pick up maybe about 1/4 of an inch. The Euro, which is what you're looking at right now, thinks we're going to pick up over an inch of rain. I think the general consensus will be maybe 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch of rain, with the highest total south of Macon, closer to that center of circulation that's to our south. When it comes to Christmas Eve, we'll wake up in the 30s, highs in the low 60s, but then Christmas Day, we have a nice little warm up on the way. We'll wake up in the low 50s with highs in the low 70s for the holiday. Your 7-day forecast looks like this. Cold and rainy today. We'll have mornings in the 30s Wednesday through Christmas Eve on Friday, with highs in the upper 50s and low 60s. Low 50s Christmas morning with highs in the low 70s.